lack of equity is something that we are extremely worried about. That the children that are learning under these conditions will not get the same level of preparation to be able to assume responsible places in society. That is what makes us extremely worried.
Where would you actually put the blame? Would you say that government over the years has not been fair to citizens, especially to children of school-going age? Or would you say communities have actually also not done well by putting out these challenges for everyone to see, and especially for government to see and know that they are not doing what it takes?
Honestly, I will start with, they say fish is rotten, it starts from the head. So naturally, I would start from government. Government, because every nation is preparing its human resource to develop it. I think sometimes we miss this basic concept, this basic purpose for education, to prepare your citizens in the best way so that they can compete in the global space and be able to make you, Ghana, ahead of all your peers or all your competitors. That is why in football, when we present a team, we say this is our national team. And as Ghanaians, we expect that whether it is Colombia we are meeting, whether it is Portugal we are meeting at the FIFA World Cup, we will score them and win our matches. Isn't that right?
Sure.
It is the same analogy you can take to education, where government is or should invest in its children, make them well prepared so that they can competitively stand toe to toe with any child from any part of this world and be able to outperform that child. That is how that child prepared in Ghana effectively can then develop Ghana, can then contribute to Ghana's development. The worry is when that child doesn't get the right level of preparation, he is only progressing. He might transition from P1 to P2, from P4 to P5, or even from P6 to Form 1, JHS 1. But without the right preparation, without the right foundation, this child is just changing classes, but he's not changing his mindset. He's not developing his acumen. He's not academically ready for life. And that is why we have so many people who say they are educated, who can show you paper degrees, but they cannot demonstrate competence in the things that they say they have studied. It is particularly the reason why we are very worried about this situation as the Northern Network for Education Development, that if we don't do something now, in fact, the data says 13 districts in Ghana. When you look at it, Upper East and Northern Region are parts of the 13 districts. And if you look at the number of schools in Upper East, district by district, it's extremely worrying that so many districts within this region have such huge classroom deficit. So the blame first starts with government. The second thing is that we also appreciate the fact that this is huge investment, and that if government wants to put all the money that Ghana has as a country in solving these problems, there will be crisis in our health sector. There will be crisis in our transportation sector. There will be crisis in our energy and all the other critical sectors of the economy. So government alone cannot do it. So what can government do? Government, as a first step, should create a framework that documents all these schools that need the investment to improve their infrastructure. And then government can then call on corporates and provide incentives to those organizations and say, for example, that if you build a school we will give you a tax holiday for this year. And let's see whether the big companies like Nestle, Unilever, all these companies, including Aquaborg, can take up that challenge and say, in this community, I am ready to build a school. So government needs to create the framework. Government needs to provide the incentives and the environment that is enabling for banks, for individuals, for organizations to make that investment in boosting the infrastructure needed to drive basic education, in particular, but education generally in this country. So government first. The second one is the district, municipal, and metropolitan assemblies. If you are a leader, if you are the chief executive, one of the things you need to set for yourself is to see how many schools you came and met, and in what condition did you meet those schools, and what the state of those schools will be at the time of your leaving office. You must make this a personal goal, and also make this the goal for the whole assembly or the whole district. That is one way we can look at it. The third way are communities, the assemblyman, the opinion leaders, our chiefs. We ought to see the schools in our community as our property and be interested in what is happening in those schools, to the extent that we can then determine that we will contribute to, for example, replace a dilapidated roof, or do something to improve learning in our communities. Sometimes you go to the schools and the problems the schools face are actually caused by the community members. Encroachment on school land, cutting down of the few trees that are that are in the school compound for firewood. Sometimes you are in a school, somebody comes with an axe. He's blatantly cutting the roots of a tree. And when you actually say he's cutting it for what? Herbs. He's cutting the roots for herbs. Of all trees, the only surviving tree in the school is a source of herbs. So sometimes we feel that these things don't show that community members understand that the school is their bona fide property, and that they have the primary responsibility to make sure that those schools are functioning effectively for the benefit of their own children. So community members, and of course, all of us as a people, we have to blame ourselves. People are channeling money into things that are, entertainment, which is okay. But can we look at our priorities as a country? So all of us who can invest money into beauty pageants, musical concerts, they are good, they are important. But in a country where children are sitting under trees and learning, and just one funding from one pageant can solve that problem in the community, let's think twice as a people. What are our priorities?
And I want to further this conversation from the area of priorities. Would you say that maybe we should begin reorienting our thinking in general as a people, that these days we focus so much on riches and not actually building the human capacity of our peoples. So we have people that would not say anything when their children leave the schools to the Galamsey sites, or when they leave to either find something to do, say write a can do or any other thing. Is it that this time people don't even see the essence? They don't even see how important education is. And how do we go back to the drawing board to re-educate them, to re-conscientize them, to let them understand that, yes, you can do all those things even better if you are well educated?
I entirely agree with you. It's about priorities. But I want to take the stance that everything we do in life is an investment. And let me build on that assumption. That if you take your child to school, that you, the parent, see you're taking your child to school, and all the processes of supporting your child to remain in school is viewed as an investment. It is actually money that you could spend on other things. Now, you, the child, who has been taken to school, with time, you ought to see your being in school also as an investment by yourself, on yourself. What that means is that you, the child, you are positioning yourself by going to school to be able to compete for better opportunities and resources as you grow. All right. Now, nobody wants to make a bad investment. In a situation where the child is in school, but cannot see where the future lies ahead of that child, if you were that child, will you continue to make that investment? Now, I'm talking about a situation where a child is in school, but the system is dysfunctional. It is not designed to support an outcome that will be useful to that child. And let me share this with you. One time when I was manager for one of our projects into child labor in one of the mining communities, an old lady asked me, if her child goes to school, what is the guarantee that the child will complete school and get the same job that I have in the community? And I could not answer that question because that child was going to a school that didn't have classrooms. That child was going to a school that didn't have teachers. That child was going to a school where there is no evidence that anybody who went to that school has passed, has progressed in life, and has been able to earn a living and to support the family and the community. So if for that child, education doesn't mean anything. It's not a priority. But for us as a country, we need to help that child to understand that education is what we as Ghana want you to do. And so we will create the environment that will stimulate your ability to do well in that space. Anything we fail this way, we are asking people to go on their own tangents. And so we need as a people to even start to ask, what is the education that we are giving? What education are we giving to our children? And why are we giving that education to our children? What is our goal when every morning I drive to work saying I'm a district director of education? What is my goal? And if I am not delivering on that goal, what must be done by me, by stakeholders around me, by government to reposition what we are doing to focus on making sure that the investment we are all doing comes out with the right outcome. Otherwise, we are just giving education, but we are not asking questions. Children are not reading. As you go to schools and you sample, you take a child in P6, you give the child a P1 text, text, and say read, and the child is struggling to read. So the teachers that taught the child in kindergarten taught the child from P1, P2, P3, P4 up to P6. What were they teaching that child? To the extent that at P6, the child cannot read a text that he should have been able to read in P1.
So, based on what you said, can we conclude that these inadequate, or if you like, non-existent classroom blocks are the causes of the poor academic performances, the absenteeism that we see, the school dropouts, the low motivation for teachers to be posted or retained in schools, and several others? I mean, that these are the causes.
You said it all, but let me just run over it. So, for example, the low academic performance can be attributed partially or partly to the fact that the children are learning under conditions that are not good. There is reduced enrollment and retention in school. Sometimes the children, like you said, they galamsey, they can do riding. At a point, there is no incentive, there is no motivation, there is nothing that they can see ahead of the education that they are getting. Then teacher motivation and effectiveness will be low. I mean, teachers are human beings like everyone else. They cannot continue to work in a motivated fashion in an environment that is so depressing and that doesn't have the right resources for them to work. But the other thing that I want to add is that it is widening the rural-urban gap, especially because this problem persists in rural areas quite more than in the urban centers. So the infrastructure deficits are most severe in remote rural northern districts, where capital towns, while the capital cities fare relatively better than the rural areas. This deepens the disparities that I'm talking about and threaten national development goals.
Very well. Thank you so much for your time this morning. We'll follow closely to see how you progress as a network.
Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity.
Very well. So that was Raymond Ayine. He works with Africa's Ghana, joining us to talk about a release from the Northern Network for Education Development. And they are talking about some 10,730 basic schools across 13 regions lacking classroom blocks. And that is actually resulting in 3 million people's learning under trees, shades, in churches. In very, very unconducive environments. So yeah, we'll expand the conversation maybe on subsequent shows. But you're still live on A1 Radio, 101.1 FM. We'll entreat you to stay with us as we come your way with some other interesting discussions. Our political discussion will begin very soon.
Sorry, Aliachi.
More music on tunesjam.com.
All right, definitely Obiano in the movement. We all enjoy different meals and different ways of preparing them. But I can assure you that great meal starts with Pomo. And right now, every promo pack could be your ticket to winning a brand new car, an all expense paid trip, and so much more. Buy any promo pack of Pomo tomato paste, Gino pepper and onion, Gino jollof mix, and use use up the tomato mix content and find a printed code in pack. Please dial *844*99# free of charge and follow the prompt to enter. There's over 2.5 million worth of airtime up for grabs. Chest freezers, television set, microwave sets, cooking set, gas cookers, and all expense paid trip to a dream destination. And the grand prize, which is a brand new SUV. Promo Achadia Soko. Cook more, win more. Pomo. Taste the love. So how to enter? Kindly buy any promo pack, Pomo tomato mix, Gino pepper and onions, or Gino jollof mix. Cut open the sachet and find your unique code inside. Please dial *844*99# free of charge and follow the prompt. Win airtime, appliances, a car, or a dream trip. Women are strong, very strong. But what defines the strength of a woman? Is it her creativity, her ability to multitask, or her leadership? Discover Obasima, Stanbic Bank's women banking solution designed for every woman in Ghana. Enjoy business incubation, China trade opportunities, and comprehensive financial and insurance support. Stanbic is here to drive your growth. Visit www.stanbicbank.com.gh or call them on 0302815789. 0302815789. Stanbic Obasima. Unlock your growth. A political discussion will begin soon. But before that, let me say, sometimes big movements start with small things. A call to that loved one, a Momo transaction, which usually goes to support a family or friend, a bundle to grow. But what if you could lead in everything that you do by choosing MTN? With the MTN at 30 promo, every call, every text, every browse, every Momo transaction, every connection to home fiber, and every activity on the My MTN app earns you points reward. Those points are going to actually lead you towards an amazing reward, including now 9 brand new Toyota Land Cruisers. These are Prados. And I tell you, the comfort of driving in a Prado, you can't imagine. Over 10 million Ghana cedis in cash prizes and unforgettable experiences just for you, dear cherished customers. Because every moment counts. Dial *530# or use the MTN app to participate now. And let's stay connected. Everywhere you go, MTN. MTN at 30 promo. Make every moment count. Terms and conditions apply. Nara Rural Bank PLC wishes to inform 8 valued customers, shareholders, business partners, and the general public that the bank has officially changed its name from Nara Rural Bank PLC to the Nara Community Bank PLC effective 1st April 2026. This change is in line with the ongoing microfinance sector reforms by the Bank of Ghana aimed at enhancing operational efficiency, strengthening governance structure, and improving financial service delivery across the industry. Please be assured that this change of name does not affect the bank's legal status, obligation, existing agreement, products, and services or operations. All transactions and commitments previously undertaken under the former name remains valid under the new name. In view of the above, customers and the public are kindly advised that with immediate effect, all correspondence, transactions, references to the bank should bear the new name. Nara Community Bank PLC remains committed to supporting your financial growth and delivering improved services tailored to your needs. We take this opportunity to express our sincere appreciation to our customers, shareholders, the general public for their continued trust, loyalty, support, and we look forward to serving you better under our new identity.
Each and every day, man, I suffer. We try too much, but we can't get enough of that money. System is designed too funny. Babylon still running, so them continue the gunning. That they them watching and learning. Rastafari, fire keep burning. Fire upon them dirty ways. They tell you that these are the last days. So careful what you do. Know when you really want to move. There shall be judgment upon the government and the judges and the false prophets who let the people from on earth. Do good and good will follow. Don't see green and call it yellow. Open up the gate to see Jah tomorrow. Every man on his own movement. This is what I enjoy.
Alright. Ebe na wo pa mi nye. Ba mi wo mani de. She. Atari mi to mani fe. So I mean who say wo she. Credit tama enra ni ne. Nanso me dia wo pre. Si betan from medical so che. Be kan ye na me pe enemy ne.
All right. Are you a resident of the Upper East region? Are you in need of that one-stop shop where you can get everything that has to do with your home, your office? Then that shop should be Raining Shopping Mall, your ultimate shopping paradise where you find something special for everyone. Raining Shopping Mall is the place where shopping and dining come together in one amazing destination. At the Raining, we have all forms of products ranging from electronics, the standing fans, fridges, air conditioners, etc. We have furniture, office chair, room sofa, tables, outdoor beds, and normal tables. Clothing for ladies, kids, and men. Bags for school children. Traveling bags. Ladies. Those for gents. Room decor like curtains, window blinds, artificial carpets, and many more. Food items like chicken breast, sausages, gizzards, cheese, butter. We have beverages, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, local beverages and bottled water, vegetables like beetroot, cucumber, fresh turmeric, mint leaves, fresh parsley, apples, oranges, dragon fruit, blueberry, and pomegranate. Black pepper, white pepper, curry, jollof, rice seasoning, other seasonings, and many more spices. Tea products like Lipton, green tea, almond tea, noni tea, oat, imperial tea, and so much more. Coconut milk, green peas, beef, meat fufu, shito, fufu powder, food for children, cleaning items, cleaning brushes, sweeping brushes, toilet brushes, and mops, cleaning detergents. We have everything. We have deodorants, hair cream, body cream, perfume, parazones. There's actually a coffee shop. So yes, visit us today and thank us later.
Electric energy. Electric energy.
If you are shopping and you feel hungry at a point, our catering services got you covered. So we serve plain rice, fried rice, yam, fufu, grilled tilapia, plantain. Please name it. And we've got you covered.
I'm feeling high, I'm feeling insomnia.
Liquors like Red Label, Captain Morgan, Blue Label, Jack Daniel, Double Black, and many more. Reigning Shopping Mall is located on the Commercial Street opposite the post office. You can call them on 0244291045, 0244291045. Reigning Shopping Mall, your ultimate shopping destination. And on that note, I want to thank all of you for your listenership as we prepare to begin with our political discussion this morning.
Full of love. Electric energy. Electric energy. Electric energy. Electric. Electric energy. Electric energy. Energy. Electric energy. Next. I'm feeling I've got to say, I'm feeling great. Perfect time to play. Oh, what a day. I've got to say, I'm feeling great. Perfect time to play. Sunshine in my soul, making it glow. Feeling alive.
Okay, so this morning I have in studio
Electric energy.
two affable communicators
Electric energy.
from the NDC
Electric energy.
and the MPP.
Electric energy. Energy.
They are here to help us discuss a number of issues. Noel Hassan Suedu is the Deputy Communications Officer for the Navrongo Central Constituency.
Just give me the money, make I go my holiday. We got the land, we go do shake it. I be the big baller. I be the big baller. Pretty bang tell like
And he's here to represent the NDC.
the big baller.
Moses Amwa is a member of the Upper East Communications team. Also here to represent the MPP. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
First time ever hosting both of you.
First time.
Yes. Well, have we met before?
No, not at all. Not at all.
All right, so good to have you here.
It's
Uh,
Pleasure.
Yes, so we have a number of issues to discuss, but first of all, I would want to especially start with Moses Amwa to tell me what he makes of the just ended constituency elections.
Well, let me say good morning to you. Good morning to Father Edu, and good morning to everybody. Well, I think it went well, very peaceful, very transparent, especially in the Upper East region. Didn't report any. It was very lovely. Peaceful. Let me also use the opportunity to thank everybody, our party members, our delegates in our Congo Central. I took part in the election. At the end of the day, I obviously lost. I will thank God. Thank God, the delegates, and all the mess. At the end of the day, what to
The MPP seems to be very united. What's your secret? Somebody was telling me there's a lot of sense in opposition.
Well, I don't know about that, but we've always been united.
Mm,
There's no political party without personal issues.
mm.
But we've always been united. We've always been together. So that's it.
and you are going to go into the regional elections with same
Yes.
mentality.
Sure. We never see. And what actually is telling the unity that we are seeing. And we never expected
Parents,
that
you
we
worked
would
hard to
progress
give your
this
child the
country
very
to the
with a
level that we are
90%
seeing.
graduate
Mm.
rate.
We never
Versus 6
expected
months of
the
graduation. That future
persecution,
could be
harassment currently meting out endless. So we just want to make sure that we are able to salvage from cruelty, beating, and kind.
Cruelty.
Exactly. You can imagine what is going on currently.
Mm.
The headlines.
What are
about
they?
Miracle, what is
Yeah, it's actually a substantive
arrest
issue
and
will be
detention.
discussed.
What else can you? How else can you describe it? For instance, you arrest somebody, hasn't he commits.
You hold your peace. I mean,
Yes,
you have
but
the time
I
to
just want to say
some.
that.
Okay.
I just want to say that
They give you
Mm.
all
opportunity
these
to
things
talk about
Okay.
are
political party.
causing or probably are propelling the unity that you are seeing.
Okay.
We have a daunting task to get the NDC off and to salvage this country from fitness and incompetence.
It's just like 2 years that they took power from you. So if the country is really suffering, then you guys did a lot of things.
Oh no, not that. Because when we're there,
Mm.
you could see farmers were smiling, business people were smiling, government workers were okay, everybody was fine.
Mm.
But today, that cannot be said.
Yeah.
And if you think I'm lying, take your microphones out and interview people.
Okay.
They are only talking about microeconomic stability on paper, but when you go on the ground, you talk to people, there's a lot of suffering.
Very well. I'll come back to you, Mr. Amwa. All right. To you, which of the names is yours and which one is for your father?
Sweden is his name.
Can you say anything?
Very well.
Yeah.
So I would want you to, I mean, just comment briefly on their elections. How would you describe the entire process? What was there to take away from it?
All right. I'll first of all say a very good morning to cherished listeners, a beautiful host team for this wonderful program that is being organized and the good work that A1 is always doing. We saw that when it comes to the airwaves, A1 is always on top of its issues.
Thank you.
Regardless of that, I want to congratulate my elder brother once again. We've been in this game more than 10.
Mm.
Myself and him, we've always been a bidder in the and other places. We met multiple times, and it has always been very cordial.
Mm.
I would have wished that it have been given them the good chairman of the NPP because of the vast experiences. Not even withstanding that he is still the current. Okay, anyway, now they have sworn in their newly elected executive. He was their secretary, and he has served them well. But as much as it will be, you always know that politics, anything.
You either win or you lose.
Yeah, and he's been able to do well. Second, he pulled the votes about 350 something against 508. So I think he has done tremendous well. But that is to say that we have not actually recorded anything in the Congo and Upper East. That tells us that maybe people are beginning to know politics is not we and die affairs. It's not about war. They have perpetuated those things which led to where they are. They didn't have what they call unity of command. They didn't have what they call unity of purpose during the time that they were even in power. And that led to dismal performance on governance. They themselves were not able to put their governance. And that is why you could see that at that time inflation rose to 54 point something. Well, prices were skyrocketing. And currently, as I speak to you, when you go to town, you can get rice and buy at the minimum of 250 Ghana cedis. That is what we talk about governance. When you go to the market, you can. When you go to the fuel station to get your fuel, you can get fuel. Even with the Israel, Iran, and American war, you can still see that we have the opportunity to still get fuel at 13 Ghana cedis. It was even 12 cedis, but because they have escalated the war again, you could see that it is not like the way they were doing.
The farmers say that the fertilizer prices have still gone up.
With the farmers' issues, government is putting in place measures to curtail importation. You see, when you have your local, every government, we talk about Feed Ghana.
Okay.
MPP brought about planting for food and jobs. Now we have planted enough and we have enough food stock. But what is our problem? The problem is about how we are going about our own local foods. The food that you are supposed to buy, which is local, is more expensive than the one that they import. So, and they are all tailoring that to the purported fertilizer increment and other things. But we are with the view that the government is putting in place where we are partnering with the Norwegian government and Sweden government to be able to even produce local fertilizer, which I think with time it will be able to reduce the pressure on the fertilizer prices. But notwithstanding, what I will put across is government is putting in place 6 months policy where they will stop importation of external imports. That is to say, the rice and other imports, so that we'll be able to take care of the local produce that we are producing. We say we need to eat Ghana, clothe Ghana, and shelter Ghana. So there's no need that someone will sit somewhere to say, but I am happy. I am happy that an ordinary person can get rice to eat. Happy that when you go to the market.
Why they were not eating rice?
Yes, rice was expensive, even if you are a teacher or a nurse. If you're going to buy rice at the time of MPP, you buy rice 9 million. That's 900 Ghana cedis for a bag. That is 50 kilo. So now 25 kilo, you get it 2.5. Even 50 kilo, you can get it 4.5. You can get some 400, depending on the variety, depending on the product. So I am certain that governance is about, definitely you will be confronted with a lot of challenges. We are not shielding away. There's no day that NDC has ever shielded and being so combatant to say that they are not facing challenges. We are facing challenges as a government, and it is due to the recklessness that the government of the former government of Issoul, MPP, and Nanado and Baumia brought upon the people of this country by inflicting so much pain, by mismanaging our resources. That is to say, even the current, the former finance minister is not currently in the country. He has fled the country due to accountability issues. And now he has succeeded by even using about 1 million Ghana cedis, $1 million US to buy his citizenship just to stay abroad, because his father exiled this country. He died out of exile. So when you want to take at the history, the historical antecedent of what happened to what is currently happened to Ken Ofori-Atta and his father. His father was the prime minister, left this country because of mismanagement. He has also come to repeat the same history. So history has repeated itself. So we will never shield people, but we will always use constitutional process and due process to deal with
so beautiful introduction by both of you.
Yes, so for that matter, I still want to congratulate my brother and say that better luck next time. Yes, better luck next time.
Yes, and yes, congratulations to you. And I like how I mean, you even though you lost, you are still happy that everything went on free and fair. Yeah. I mean, some people will usually want to ascribe reasons to why they lost. I mean, they would want to blame someone. There was a report that suggested that somebody said his picture wasn't even clear in Avrongo. And I was wondering whether he only saw it that day, because he had an opportunity to see and make the corrections, but that was not done. Very well. Let me start with you, because in your introduction, you mentioned Miracle Abuaji.
Yeah.
I mean, what's happening? You think that it's not justified for him to be arrested?
See, madam, I think that MPP is not against arrest